This is Ruby and Chris with Valhalla Organics.
I want to welcome you to Valhalla Organics. Here we're all about sustainable living, so we're going to be sharing about gardening, farming, beekeeping, and living a sustainable life here in Southern Virginia on our farm. In this video, you'll learn a little bit about our story, our farm, and the artisan, homemade, homegrown products that we offer. We have completely different personalities and skill sets, but we make it work together here on our farm. We're excited for you to join us along this journey of building our sustainable farm. Chris Day and I met while hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, and while walking over 1,000 miles together, we discovered our shared love for sustainable living. So we got off the trail, settled in Oregon's Rogue Valley, and created a mini farm. Now, very shortly, our little backyard garden began overproducing to the point where we couldn't eat it all. So I taught myself how to make pickles. And pretty soon we had too many pickles for us to eat. So I ended up leaving my former job and starting Valhalla Organics full time. We purchased a 5 acre property and built a fully functioning off grid farm. We built 2 greenhouses and installed a solar power system as well as water tanks for our water needs. And we even had a small shed that provided some respite from the elements. We had our beehives up and running, and things were going really well. We even got engaged. And we kept growing the business, selling to stores and farmers markets as well as online for our website. So seasons came and went, and we were pretty happily living our life, growing our crops, raising the bees, and doing our thing when on September 8th of 2020, everything changed. This is what it looked like that morning. We had unprecedented high winds and unprecedented fire danger and fire warnings. So I was at the house and just got ready to evacuate. Chris was up at our farm and he was actually unable to leave. There were a number of downed trees over the road. So it was a very scary and traumatic day, and it only just got worse.
Well, this is what's left of the house. Just a sad pile of rubble.
We had lost our home and most of our products, but we didn't lose our determination or our resilience. Most importantly, we made it out with our lives and all 3 of our cats.
And Valhalla Organics back to business after it lost its farm in the Alameda fire. The talent-based company produces naturally grown honey, homemade jams, and pickles. Ruby Reed, the owner of Valhalla Organics, says they lost most of their equipment and hundreds of products in the fire.
Just a difficult and challenging process of putting everything together from scratch, but it has been so incredible how this community is showing up for one another.
Reed says she's grateful to be able to still provide her community with its favorite locally grown organic products.
After the Alameda fire, we poured our heart and souls into our 5 acre off grid property, increasing our apiary to 15 beehives and looking forward to a really good honey harvest in 2021. Unfortunately, on June 19th of 2021, the cutoff fire ripped through our off grid farm and leveled it to the ground.
Oh,
Well, we were bracing for the worst, and it is in fact the worst. So that was the apiary. Everything is gone except for the concrete blocks. And everything that was here is gone. So the entire property burned to the ground again.
After the staggering loss of our farm and our bees and all of what we had worked for, we decided to get the heck out of Dodge. So we were able to purchase a 6 acre property in Virginia to start all over again. We made our cross country move in 3 trips. First, Chris took his truck and our 4 wheeler to make it to Virginia in time for our closing. Then he flew back. Meanwhile, I was packing up the house like a crazy lady, and we filled up a huge moving truck. Then Chris put my car on the trailer on the back of the moving truck, and set off on the second leg of the journey to Virginia. Now, in the moving truck was all of our furniture and non essential everyday items. So I was left with basically 3 cats, a cot, and a few dishes. Since all of our vehicles were already in Virginia at this point, I rented a hybrid minivan, packed up the cats in dog crates in the back, and took a cross country journey that I hope to never repeat again.
Oh, we made it to Nevada. We've had a pretty good drive so far. The cats are not that upset. Dex and Roscoe are chilling out, and Yard Tiger occasionally does those sad meows when we go on the curvy parts. So we made it to Nevada, and it's absolutely beautiful. I just stopped at like a rest stop here. Not even sure exactly where I am, but look at how beautiful it is.
I arrived on the property April 1st with the cats, and the very first thing that Chris did was just show me the spot that he thought we should plant our garden. And it's right in the middle of what used to be an enormous lawn. So we spent the spring and the summer cultivating that area and creating an incredible garden out of what used to be an unproductive monocropped grass lawn.
Alrighty, so starting from our driveway, Chris walked me through here last night, so I'm going to walk you through it as well. This is where we're going to be planting our row crops. So, like I said, we'll have a lot of cucumbers, because as you know, we make a lot of pickles. And we've got a bunch of different peppers, and we're going to do asparagus and okra, a bunch of cool stuff that we couldn't really grow in Oregon, but that will thrive here. So our rows are going to go all the way down to just about here. So all of this lawn, crappy monocrop grass lawn, is about to become food. So in just a few short months, we've taken this entire garden, can't even see all of it, from a monocropped lawn into a really diverse garden. So we've got tomatoes and okra, we got peppers, we got cucumbers. We're transitioning over some of our earlier summer crops into a nice row for fall crops. So we're excited to show you around and give you a little taste of what we've been up to here.
It might seem like a daunting venture, especially after our double losses, but we are excited to start the next phase of our journey, and we're excited to show you guys what we're doing here on the farm to grow the products, to make the products, and just what our life is like here on the farm.
If you love this video and you want to see more, make sure and subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss an update.